Motherfucker. Well, where he goes all the way over there. Hello, Winona. Damn, they're talking shit about me in this song. I'm nowhere without cigarettes and shit. Shut up. Aquarius mood. Shut up for your love, shawty. Love, shawty. Abandoned. Not a family friendly song. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Jesus Christ. What's everyone up to? Nothing? Seem like it. Dead chat. Dead air. Dead air. Shit is too tight. Let's see. Why is everyone so anxious right now? I'm gonna wake y'all bitches up for real. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? This is normal for me. 4 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Let's see. Who's gonna come in? Let's see. Okay. Hey, Nanda. Hopefully I said that right. Okay, boring. I'll do something collectively. How about that? Since people are gonna be all shy and shit. The fuck y'all waiting on? Oh, can I have a joke? Yeah, you can. My bad. My bad. This my bad. Just for, as I was about to say, y'all acting way too shy up in this bitch. Enchanting warrior. Hello. Okay, now they're saying you gotta let go of something. Let's see. They say you gotta let go of something. Something's got you stuck in the past. I feel like you punish yourself about it or over it. Or possibly a sexual relationship or maybe even just sexuality in general. Um, it's really hurting you hard right now, whatever it is. Like I can even feel it too. I feel like it's a sexual relationship though. I'm gonna say it's definitely like maybe even cheating. You might have problems trusting people right now. Feeling very insecure. Feeling like you're not enough. I mean, that's fucked up and everything like that. But remember, like sex isn't necessarily your worth, right? Your physical self is not all your worth. Remember, you got a personality underneath all this shit. You're weird, right? You're weird. I think that's also why people kind of catch you off guard is because you're not like everybody else. But there's nothing wrong with that. You gotta learn to settle for yourself and nobody else. You got me? That's all you can settle for. You have to realize that your worth is greater than a sexual toy. Alright, Babe Jero, sure. Toya. Miss Libra. Alright, Libra's kinda like this energy. So let's see. Okay, so you're wondering which is the right way to go. A lot of people are looking to the stars for information. A lot of people are looking for like intuitive bumps and shit. You're like, where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? I think there's a part of you that Toya that wanted to get payback on somebody. You are being stalked, though. Okay, so when I say stalked, that could mean anything, right? People get like panicky and start like shitting their knickers. Not talking about that. I'm talking about like people stalk your social media, check out how you're doing and everything like that, which might kind of conflict with some of your feelings internally because I think that you see, yeah, there you go. You said, yeah, I see. So that conflicts with shit because I think you're trying to think like, what does this person want from me? But does anyone have to want anything from you just to watch you? Do you not realize how entertaining and like beautiful and intelligent that you are? Like people are gonna watch you. Like it doesn't matter whether it's a breakup or whatever. They're gonna watch you regardless. Okay. And I know that energy bothers you and it leeches off you. It makes you feel like insane. But you're allowed to acknowledge it, but not like dive into it. Okay. You don't need to dive into it. There's no necessity in like, okay, what does this person want? You're just attractive. That's what they want. Is they want to watch you because you're attractive, and that's as easy as it is. I mean, I can see here you like when eyes are on you and everything like that, and I see you still do have emotions and feelings for this individual that you might not be really willing to talk about or admit right now. But this person's cold, detached demeanor didn't really suit you. Okay, remember that, like, when you play with players, you get played. Okay, that's my suggestion. When you play with players, you get played. That's just it. That's the lesson behind this whole entire situation. Is that when people don't take your shit seriously, your emotions seriously, and you don't, from the beginning, from the get go, from the jump, y'all both didn't take each other seriously. That's how it's gonna be, right? You want to start off a relationship or a romantic situation with pure intentions. Okay, and playing is not pure intentions. It doesn't develop into anything because both of y'all are players. You play. Players are not people who just sleep around. Players are people who play with people's feelings. That's just it. That's all it is. Hey, Amity. Second time seeing you. Hey, Lisa. Seen you a couple of times. Pisces, you want in general? Let's see. Pisces. Pisces. Okay, Pisces, you're in a one-sided competition. That's what they said. One-sided competition. Okay, because I feel like everybody doesn't want what you want. You want healing. You want stability. You want to enjoy the finer things. You want to feel something at the end of this rodeo. But nobody else, it feels like everyone else is against you on it. And nobody else wants that. And that's where I say, is that really a bad thing? Because then you know that you're like kind of unique in a way. Like these are your talents in a way. I feel like your talents are showing people like the easier and fun-loving and enjoyable, intimate sides to life. That's kind of like your purpose, okay? Like you're not bound to what other people think and impose onto you. You can just be yourself naturally and attract who you attract. And people are gonna hate you too. So that's just the way it is. People are gonna hate you for feeling the way that you feel. You tend to, I must say, you like to say too much about yourself, if that makes sense. Like I don't feel like you mean to do it, but there's times where I feel like you go into rants. You go into rant mode, or it's possible that you just don't, you share a lot about your scars, like things that you've tried to heal from or things that you've succeeded in, but you share them with the wrong people, and you share with people that bring you down. Like that's, you can see how that might be a little bit harmful to your, like, that's not validate. Don't be seeking out validation from people who don't have their life together. You got me? Because you look like you're flexing when you're not even trying to flex. You're like, oh yeah, I have this, I have that. You're like, yeah, I got my, oh yeah, but you're not even trying to be like that. That's how people who are fucked in the head view you. So you kind of or stop talking to that crowd. You got to stop talking to the crowd that is like whimpering crybaby ass bitches, okay? Dogs in the doghouse type energy. Just leave those out the fucking coop and find you somebody or a group of people who do that shit, okay? I don't see you meaning any harm. I just mean you are doing harm because you are a very fruitful and fun-loving person. And you do like yourself. So, I mean, you just gotta not be around people who, I guess, don't like themselves because they kind of beat you up for that, or they try to, like, it's almost as if like they kind of hate you for it, right? It's like envy, but not. It's envy, really. Don't ask me little questions. You read what the title says. It says freak general. It doesn't say ask me a goddamn question. Look, you look in the description. You didn't read nothing. You just said hello after you posted your shit. Have that shit ready and hot. Copy and paste it. I don't give a fuck. You're not more important than anybody up in here. So Take your time. Reflect on it. I always wonder why is it? Well, that's why. You have a lot of good characteristics in you. But people will view you as a narcissist if they are unhealed because you enjoy your life. Like, and that's where I'm like, are you not allowed to enjoy things? But at the same time, it's like you deal with people. So you're putting yourself in the position of dealing with people who are in constant misery, like constant self-hatred. They don't like themselves at all. Like they hate themselves. And those are actually the real true narcissists don't love themselves, y'all. That's not how a narcissist is really made. Narcissist hates everything about humans, their life, their emotions, everything, their body, everything, everything. So that's the way it is. Kind of just gotta sit on it for a moment and reflect on it, because I know you're intelligent too. When are they going to stop doing evil actions on me? Of course, Pisces. Nobody's ever gonna. Okay, so this is one thing I learned too through being like a little bit more spiritually inclined. You're gonna feel things a lot heavier than what it actually is. So if people are intenting on you, right? Intentions mean everything. When you will onto somebody, it does do harm at times, because I feel like it always bites you in the ass, right? You could be like, oh, I wish this person would die. And it's like something, whether something bad happens to you or not, usually normal people with normal emotions end up feeling bad for saying that, right? Kind of like shame themselves. Like, why the fuck would you even say that? Why is that even... There's people around you that are always going to make assumptions about you. And also, I think that people think you're stupid, okay? As if you don't know certain things are going on. And you play stupid, right? But these people are the clowns of the scenario. They're the clowns of the situation. You're never really going to get closure, Enchanting Warrior, on your situation. You'll never get closure, okay? They're never going to tell you I'm sorry. They're never going to tell you they like you. They're never going to just say like, hey, I've done wrong, I've done bad. They're never going to say that. So what you got to do is say, I'm going to release ego that tells me I need to fight, or I need to sit there and listen to it. And I'm just going to walk away and live my life authentically and love it without allowing people to beat me up in you got me? Like, they're never, ever going to treat you like you are a person. So you just got to fight through moving forward, because that's the only way you'll ever get past that fucking wall. That wall is forever. It's forever. it's forever. Okay? Just be like, if anything, it's like the only way you can release is to be like, I hope they do better in their life. I hope they get a life so that they can stop hating on me and doing whatever, whatever. I hope they get a fucking life. Like, for real, just get a life. But you can't make them. You can't make them. Okay? It's gonna be a fight forward. I understand that, but shit just ain't laid out. Especially for people like you. So just keep moving forward. You might, okay, they also say you feel alone through that. You feel really alone through the crises and shit. But that's okay. You're loved. Like, on the under, like, you do a lot of good things. So I think that you're loved. It's just the fact that, when the pressure really does cave down on you, because everyone is against you, essentially, it just doesn't feel good. Okay? But it won't stop you from getting what you want in the end. That's what they say. It's not going to stop you. So don't let it emotionally stop you. Right? Don't let it emotionally eat you up. There's no point. Like, they're going to grind you up regardless. That's the way they're built. That's the way they're built. Snake-like. All right. Who else did I see? Okay, Lisa, I'll give you something. Right. Yeah, motor culture. That's right. Don't go down the rabbit hole of wondering why or how. And You know, how can I be this way? How can I do this? How can I do that? It's just, I just do not like that they have affected my children and my grandchildren and myself. And through time, right? Through time, you're going to be able to heal that. It's just like, for now, all you can do is keep busting it forward and get what you need. You know, maybe prove a couple of people wrong down the line. But you'll be able to heal those things within your children and within your grandchildren. That's just natural because, you know, being a grandmother, y'all are healing. Y'all are loving. Y'all are loving. You guys are like ultimate love. I love grandmothers. You have that maturity and that grind where you can teach your kids and teach everybody basically how to deal with shit on a real adult and mature level. So that's something you should immediately embrace. Take that any day. Jesus. It doesn't get any better than that. True. I will heal as I help y'all heal. That's a good way to look at it. Alright, somebody. Okay, Lisa. Okay. Lisa, I think that you just have a problem sometimes with staying positive. Right, because, you know, I think there's like an ultimate sarcasm within you that's built within you. Or like there's a way that you spear things sometimes. There's a way that you spear things sometimes that is very, very, you know, comes off as complaining, but truly, I think you just think about things differently, right? Your sarcasm, that really sticks out is your sarcasm. But I think you should really look at, in order to view things from a different perspective, instead of just running your mouth, right? I would maybe slow down on that. Slow down on telling everybody what your pain and what your sorrows is. I want you to think about it first. Okay? And when you really do think about it, it's going to really feel different to you. And you won't have to complain about it because you already dealt with it in your head. You have the power to do that. Okay, Lisa? Like, you already know as it's coming out of your mouth, you shouldn't be saying it. I think you do. I think you do too, because I do the same thing. I do the same thing all the time. Like, I will not remember 5 seconds ago what I said. I definitely won't. 1,000%. I can account for that, right? And if getting like diagnosed and everything like that, you know, if you wanted to take anything, you could, obviously. But this is where I say, it's like, instead of turning it into something negative, I would try to turn it into like, you know, maybe you just think about it a little bit first. You kind of swallow your words a little bit. Or like maybe do like a little thing where you walk away or you distract yourself for a second and then come back to it. Because when you do come back, like when you sit with it alone, that's the key. So if you're constantly surrounded, maybe you're up in the pub or something, Lisa, maybe you're up drinking or something, you just start talking and you're like, oh, fuck that bitch or whatever you're saying. Or maybe go out with a friend or something like that. Instead of being around the friend, how about you be around yourself a little bit more? Okay, do like 24 hours by yourself. See what you come up with. I think you'd be really, really shocked at the shit that you would come up with. Because I shock myself. I truly shock myself when I'm not around any influences. I think you're just being influenced by friends and shit like that. And usually when other people outpour, you have the feeling you need to outpour and like dice out your poison. And there's nothing wrong with that. But on the flip side, it's like you're not really dealing with any of that's coming out of your mouth. You're not dealing with it on an emotional level. You're just letting it out in words. You know, like word vomit, where it's just like, blah. And then it's like, you're like, okay, I don't even fucking think about this shit. But then, like, weeks later, you come back to it and you feel like absolute fucking garbage and shit. Deal with it in that moment. Stop dealing with things down the line. Stop shoving it, down your throat and be like, fuck it, whatever. Deal with it now, today. like with that little marital whatever was going on. Like I saw something to do with a little relation or like a long-term relationship or something like that. Something that did not work out. Something that burnt. It really grinded your gears. It really burnt you in the right place because it made you. I think it made you just rearrange your life extremely. Like everything changed for you. Everything. Like your whole view of the world changed type shit through that situation. So I think you should think about that just a little bit because you're really people who are sarcastic typically know exactly what they're saying and doing, at least within that moment, right? Even if you have ADHD. And usually it's super clever and it's super funny, right? Sarcasm it's like a mince of the truth, right? It's a mince of the truth. So you're already doing something that's a little bit more on the intelligent side of it. You just need to take that shit in and be like, okay, what's going on? Like, let me try to diagnose, right? Diagnose what's going, because you do the little Google diagnosis. So diagnose what's going on, right? In that moment. Like, okay, so, this dude was a lying sack of fucking shit. Whatever the situation was fucking disgusting, completely disgusting. I hate him, but what can you do? Just an example. Hey, Frankie. Don't put, I deal with shit in the fucking moment. And that's also why I'm so high, though. Like, when it comes to my anger, that's why my anger can go, like, from to 200% to 0. Because I deal with it right then and there. If I'm pissed off at you, then I'm pissed off. Because I'm saying, bitch, shut your fucking mouth. Okay? You're saying the wrong words. Correct yourself. And then within like probably 2 minutes of like saying what's on my mind, I'm like, okay, done. That's the run through. You said deal with it today and now. Don't put things out. I found them rain checks turn into rainstorms for real. That shit will destroy you down the line. Because then you'll be thinking about it and it's really going to fuck with your head. And especially when you're trying, like, say you're trying to go after a relationship, right? You're trying to go after, like, you see some, hot new thing at the pub or whatever. I'm trying to get Lucy's head. You see some hot new thing out when you was drinking. How are you supposed to approach that, man, when you still got the fucking X in the back, like yapping in your, mind space, telling you that you're a piece of shit, right? No, because first of all, that's not true, and second of all, you need to wipe that nigga's voice from your memory. If you have to go through voicemails or something or delete texts, do all of that, y'all. Delete all the pictures, whatever you gotta do, right? Whatever you gotta do, just remove it. Get it out of your system. You gotta like burn, whatever, like burn some clothing or some photos or whatever. Do y'all still take the little developed photos? Do y'all still burn them? Burn everything. That's what I do. I like burning. I'm a little bit of a what is it called? Pyromaniac. I like burning. Yeah, not thinking about it is how you end up in a mental hospital or prison because you snapped. Yup. I know people who are so good at internalizing shit that they really do think about those things. It's like they're so so we view patient people as a good thing, right? Patient people who are just like sitting there like like letting the day go by as they wait for the call, or the day go by to do this, to do that. But what's going on inside of them is the same shit that goes on the outside of people like me or like you. They are really, really thinking about it so intensely that it's like a concentrated hatred. So they might look completely chill, completely calm on the outside, but inside they are literally like wringing your fucking neck and jamming a gun down your throat. It's really what's happening. Internalization it's a horrible fucking trait to have. And yes, you need patience when you're communicating in the moment with somebody, but to have patience down the line, where our lives are too short to do that. Our lives just, that doesn't cut it, right? Sarcasm used to be a defense mechanism for me. I love sarcasm, by the way. And I'm too blunt. I'm too blunt at times, so I think I more or less use it as like to soften the truth, just because I want to let people know, like, I do care about your feelings, but at the same time, I'm going to tell it to you straight and blunt. It doesn't matter. Like, yes, I care about your feelings, but we gotta hash this out and get that out of the way, because. But yeah, sarcasm is a defense mechanism for my whole family, other than me, because I am the most blunt. And I really do hurt people, not meaning to, but I do. And so I try to just be aware of that, especially when I'm out here dealing with strangers. I don't want to say, because I'm poking you around y'all's private lives. I don't want to be like, hey, everyone hates you or whatever. Like, I don't want to do that. I just want to let you know how you can cope and correct what's going on in your mind space, headspace. Irish people are like this. You want to know something funny? My grandmother she's pure redhead, right? Pure redhead, pure blue eyes. She's British Irish, and Danish. So there you go. She's like, if I could imagine like a Viking woman, that would be that woman. She passed away in December, but she, oh my God, she's the most sarcastic, and she could drink too. When I say, oh my God, this could drink. She's the hands down the funniest character I've ever met in my life. But also, you realize that the sarcastic people, like I said, this is where I get this from, are the most intelligent peoples, because they're able to create a blanket for people. It's like an instant blanket. If sarcasm immediately comes out of your mouth, you realize you're doing something that is unnecessary for communication, to blanket people and be like, that's what it is, right? Damn. Scorpio. Sorry, don't. She's all around me at all times. This bitch comes out in so many different ways. It's wild. Cause Scorpio is just such a heavy energy anyway. So I feel, when I talk about blanket, I feel the blankets, and at times it is suffocating, but it is there. I know it is. But I have love for the Irish. The Irish typically have love for black people. I have love for the Irish. Typically, right? I guess in a, I don't know in what world, but they do have a lot more love or respect for black people. I realize that. At least in my experience. Redheads, particularly. Redheads. Or people with like some weird hair colors. They always have like that blanket. Just a lot more. I think there's a lot more, not even awareness about like who you're talking to. They can just talk to people, and people are instantly like, I'm confused at why you didn't like stare at me weird, or like I had something on my face or my skin or whatever. No, they just don't care. They say what's on their mind right then and there. I love that. My favorite, because that's how I am. I have absolutely no ties with these people, literally, not a phone call, not a text, and nothing. Realness is a part of authenticity. It's hardwired into our DNA. Some of our DNA. Some of our DNA, right? Some of our DNA. I think some of us have problems with it's human condition, right? We have problems understanding ourselves. It's really, really hard for us to understand ourselves. In order to understand the rest of humanity, we have to first look here. And that's the hardest thing in the world to do. That's why, that's why sometimes I feel like we came here, is to look here. But it's the hardest thing for people to do, to ever reflect, right? Irish and Cherokee, wow. That's a mixture of DNA, definitely. That's a fucking mixture. Very strong spiritual genes in both those sides of things. Celtic and native shamanism, spiritual shit, for real. Craziest part to this day, I don't think these people, I pray for all of us like as a whole, but I don't worry about anything but what God has me thinking about and working on literally. I honestly, I'm not a strong necessarily believer in God, like the poster. Yeah, I do. It's beautiful. I actually still have it. I have it hanging up in my candle room, just as like a little bit of a spiritual significance. But oh, you're talking about this? Oh no, you're talking about the poster you gave me. I don't know. That's the ADHD talking. I'm not really a strong believer in God, but what I do know is that something is within us and we do have to keep going, or you choose the latter, which is, you go out and then you come back. You go out, you jump off the bridge, you go out of your body, and then you come back as something else. Consistent repetition. That's what I believe fully and entirely in. People are constantly reproducing, not reproducing in the way of making babies, but reproducing human, like the human condition is constantly going back into ourselves, constantly. And that's why I feel like we're all part of the working mechanism, which I don't really believe in God necessarily, but I believe in everything, that we're all a part of everything. Like, we can feel everything. If that makes sense. Kaylee, yeah, you can have it ready. I forgot if anyone asked earlier. If you did, you could obviously ask again. I don't mind. Kelly, I think mode or culture, I think you also asked. I'm going to get Kelly real quick and then I'll shoot off on you. Shoot off on you. Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. 5 a.m. Okay. Aquarius. Yep, Aquarius full moon. I like your combo. Thank you. Oh, let me get this ass shot. I almost burned myself. Okay, Kaylee. Oh, Kaylee. You say you don't give a fuck. Oh, she says she doesn't give a fuck, but she gives the most fucks. Kaylee, what you doing? You said, I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do, but you give the most fucks. You do. You do. Taurus, of course. I do this because I do the same thing. I got a lot of Taurus up in my shit. I do the same thing. I say I don't give a fuck. But in reality, like internal me is like, oh my god, I care. I care too much. Because we're the opposite of Scorpio. You got to keep that in mind. So I think that you truly want a passionate and loving experience out of your love life, as everyone does. But there's really a big part of you that wants to go on the single route as well and kind of experience life from that position. I don't know if you spent like a long time in a long-term relationship, and even if you didn't, you've always been that type of person who's like, I have better drive, I can take care of myself, I don't need no man, no woman, no nothing to do what I need to do. That's just the way it is. Okay, that's my experience. Like, if I need to put myself into a position where I'm completely single for the rest of my life, I believe I would be okay. That's kind of just the way it is. But when you view and want somebody, that's where the problems start coming in for you, Kaylee. Is because you want somebody, but somehow that conflicts with your individualistic nature. Know that it's okay to want somebody. Okay, whether it's sexual, whether it's in an emotional or intimate way. We as human beings, we crave intimate connections. We crave emotional and we crave communication. We crave all of those things, right? Maybe you do want it, and maybe you should start thinking about it, or think of relationships not as a forever zone or something that holds you down. Think of it as an opportunity. Just like anything else. Just like you could quit your job and go get a job at fucking Arby's or some shit. Who the fuck would do that? I'd rather blow my brains out. But it's an opportunity. It's an option. Okay? It's never going to be like, everything is kind of finite. And nothing is forever in this situation. So you have to take care of yourself in that way when it comes to love. Stop telling yourself that, oh, love can only slow me down or only hold me back. Sex, so, I see you doing a little something. You got something going on here. Something you're thinking of, a little sex or whatever. I see that. I see you. But you also chase yourself away because it's like, I understand people can be toxic, and you really, I say I hate people all the time, but really I care the most out of most people. So you have to be willing to either pop off in a way that's like optimistic, or you're going to be negative and single for the rest of your life, which I don't think you want that. I don't. I could see you doing it. I could see you being there like high, you that 80-year-old bitch who got all the men on leashes and shit. I can see it. I can see it. And you could do that. You'll never be alone. That's a given. It's a given. Like, at least that way, you'll never be alone. Just think about what you want, truly. Because I really think that you're taking more of a stubborn approach on it because you've had a shitty experience, And if you try to heal this, I have a feeling you're going to have a lot more fun going out and doing dating and having sex and everything like that. It's not even about getting into a relationship. It's just about enjoying the idea of being intimate with somebody. That's what you're missing. Okay, it's not about lock down and load and get married. No, it's about enjoying it, having fun, liking, people again. So, motor culture in the multi. Motor culture. I said, I think did you ask me about having a general? I mean, you don't act this way. I saw sex, but there's still parts that you hate about that motherfucking relationship. There's a lot of sex, but just keep it fun. That's all I'm gonna suggest this to you. Just keep it fun. Okay? No hard feelings in the end, We take things seriously, or we have to take things seriously all the fucking time. So why not have fun with this one? Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Plus, I feel like, the person that you are having sex with, whatever, it is just that way. Not completely serious. Not yet. Yeah, you can have a general. Oh, they're already talking about you. They said generational curse. Okay. Generational curses. Keep having fun. Okay, don't you worry about the permanency of everything later on. This is the fun piece. They call it the honeymoon phase, I believe. Motor culture. They talk about the generation. So they talk about family with you pretty strongly. I feel like family is something you definitely get emotional about. I heard like tongue tied. It's like you don't know what to say a lot of the time. It's like, what do I fucking, you're like, what do I say? Like, it is what it is. I can't really do anything, there's certain, so you have a healing aura, right? You heal other people, you heal strangers is what I'll say. But but you do a really good job at healing strangers, but I feel like you give that part of you out so easily, and it's because you want to be helpful, but at the same time it's kind of like it's not clicking. You said, I'm tired of these toys. It's not, the reason why your healing isn't clicking is because you're talking on deaf ears. You're talking on people that, they can't even make a civil decision in their life without you. So how are they, you can beat it into their head as much as you want, but they're never going to change. Okay, and that might be what you're also facing with certain family aspects too in your family. Not only does that reflect all over, like within your love life, friends, whatever, but that also reflects in your family. They'll never change. Okay? And this is where we have to let go of ego and say, it's not my job to change people. Or I can drop little hints and little pieces onto people, it doesn't guarantee anything. Okay? Like, don't get excited. Well, yes, get excited when people make headway, but don't expect things out of them that are impossible. Because sometimes you expect the impossible out of people who are just not there yet. You got, not everyone's going to be in your position. Not everyone's going to push for what you have. Everyone has their own little human goggles type shit going on, and it's just not that easy for people. Well, you have, I know it wasn't easy for you to get to where you're at. It cannot be easy for anybody. Okay? Like, we don't go la la skipping through life. If you do, then you're dead fast. Like, we've all seen that around us too. We've seen what happens when that shit goes, when you become an alcoholic or whatever. Like, you become heavily addicted to something and then you kill yourself over that. Versus spending time with your family, having intimate moments, also bad moments, also sometimes horrible moments. But that's what makes a family tight knit and close. That's what makes a relationship tight knit and close. You can't, sometimes we can't avoid disasters. Okay, so with your relationship, with your love life, you have to realize sometimes you can't avoid a disaster. Sometimes a disaster is just waiting to happen. You might stumble across people who are a little bit more sensitive and fucked in the head than usual, and you're sick of running into that type of individual. If you truly are sick of it, stop trying to stop trying to fill a hole inside of them. You understand? That's not your job. Okay, it's truly not. They have to do that for themselves. That is not your job. Your job is to spectate and to support, right? When they come to you and say, I want to do better for myself, do you have any suggestions? That's when you say, hey, I'll help you a little bit. Don't just go giving yourself out to people, because that's, it's an attractive trait to very codependent people. And it will harm you in the end of things. You will become a burnout bitch in the end of things. Okay? Know that not everybody has the right intentions either. And I think that's also where you're kind of scared too. Is that not everyone has the right intentions towards you. But that's when you start picking and choosing who you battle for. Not battle for everybody. It's not a free-for-all. Do not volunteer yourself. Yeah. Just follow your channel. Daiwada. I don't know if I'm saying your name. Daiwada. 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 Hey, Amy. Amy, did you go to sleep? I'm not doing a reading by a person with a name P, okay? Alright. It says ask what's his real feel. I'm only doing generals. Only doing the generals. I just gave you the drop of advice, so the real feelings and intentions. An X is an X for a goddamn reason. There it is. An X is an X for a goddamn reason. Why do you expect change out of people who can't change? That's a question that you really gotta sit on and ask yourself. Like, you gotta shove a rocket up your ass, fly to Mars, and sit on that question. Alright. Only doing general readings, not doing, no specifics, nothing like that. The first thing that pops up in your reading will be the thing that I'm reading if you're wanting something for free. If you're wanting to pay the price, okay, pay the troll toll, I can get into more specific shit. So there you go. All right. Sweeney Todd. Well, actually, no. Let me do Daiwada, because she said I celebrate. Let me do her, because she said she celebrated her birthday last Wednesday. Happy late birthday, Leo. Okay. Daiwada. Daiwara. One-sidedness. They're talking about one-sidedness. One-sided relationship that's not really real. Okay, that's built on false pretenses. So yeah, you have a problem with accepting players under your hood. You do, because I think that you like attract. Well, first of all, you like physically attractive people, which is nothing wrong with that. The problem is the type of person that you're allowing into your life. I don't think you really look at like the materialistic shit or anything like that. I think you understand people's struggles quite well, Daiwada. You understand them quite well. Um, you look for men to you look for a man to like spoil you in a more of an intimate way. You like to be told that you're beautiful. You like the sex. You like, the communication, the conversation. With that's all like the good. That's all the good parts. That's all the good parts. But the bad parts start coming in when you just kind of accept that from any man, any man. Okay, like when any man comes your way and starts winking and nodding and touching your leg and whatever, like you're like, ooh, you're like, yeah, I see that, and you're allowed to crush on people like that. There's nothing wrong with having a couple of one night stands and a little whatever, like, but yeah, it's like you're like, why do I get in such crazy relationships? Why do I always have someone so crazy? Because you don't look any deeper than what you see like on the surface, which is a charming person. Charm has nothing to do with like emotional intelligence, right? Someone could charm the pants off of you. Someone could tell you everything, they love about you every single day. That doesn't mean they love you. Okay? Let's face the facts. If they don't have a stable at home life, like they don't have a stable family life, it's likely they're crazier than shit. If they don't have a stable anything, like they don't have their own flat, okay? They don't have their own car. They don't have this, they don't have that. Those are warning signs. That's a warning sign, okay? And now if you've found yourself at any time in your life under those circumstances and you understand that, then you would also understand those people are not that emotional. No, they don't give a fuck. What they give a fuck is about getting their life on track. They don't give a fuck about relationships and they don't give a fuck about you. Problem is, I only have a heart for my person no matter how painful it. Okay, remember, I just gave you general information. If that's a problem, then that's something that you need to go in here and think about. If that is where your heart is at, that is where your heart is at. There's no arguing with a heart unless you choose to do that yourself. So that's the way it is. I just dropped a little seed of information in there. Fairy in English. I like that. You was running an errand. What you mean running an errand? She said running an errand. Okay. Yup. Not emotionally available. It's a lot more than that, love. There's nothing. I mean, a heart is a heart. That's all I can say. Love is love, right? But you got to learn how to love yourself more than you love a character that's not real. So I'm home now. Well, relax. Relax. I did see other folk. Course. Yeah. The heart is past my pay grade, okay? Relationship therapy. I can only correct the relationship with you yourself. The other people, you gotta. Ooh. He said it was nothing fun. I wish, but then I don't. Still haven't been in that mood. I feel that though. Take your time. Sure, Frankie. Ooh, this is good. It's a tough. Ooh, that pussy good. It's a tough. This is. Yeah, this is true. Oh. Mm. The cold shoulder. Okay, so you're trying to kill off something. I feel like you're trying to kill off a couple of relationships in your life. I'm not going to just say one because I feel like this is several, and I feel like it's of several different calibers. It's like there might be some family shit going on. There might be some, romantic shit going on. There's a lot of shit going on. Friendships, everything. Like you're trying to clear out your closet, basically. I'm gonna call it like fall cleaning. Like you're just trying to clean You're like, I can't stand this mess anymore. I'm just gonna like wipe it away, and hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. But I don't, I truly don't see it biting you. Oh my bad, Sweeney. No, it's Frankie's. I'll get to you, Sweeney, right after this. Sweeney Todd. Speaking of Sweeney, that's cool. Garage sale. Actually, I was thinking about doing that recently. So that's a literal purge. Huh. I would say the biggest issue that you might be running into is, well, obviously what you're doing now, letting go. But it's not even that simple. It's not even that simple. It's protecting yourself from the oncoming train. You got me? Protecting yourself from the people who might come back or who might try to like lean over, whisper in your ears, try to pull you this way, pull you that way. It's the people who try to manipulate. Okay, that's the thing that they, spirit kind of has. Like they're telling you to keep your eyes wide open. Don't just because you're feeling lonely or just because you're feeling a little bit more sensitive, don't start outsourcing and outreaching in that way. Okay? Because people are going to come, obviously people are going to come back to you. You've already known that from the beginning. You've already known people are going to have, try to have conversations with you, be like, hey, I'm sorry about this, I'm sorry about that, after they've already argued and fucked with your head and fucked with your brain. They're all gonna do that. That's just something they do to Pisces, right? Or Virgo. That's something they do to both of y'all. And then a lot of the times, you guys, just like the song is saying, you loyal, honest motherfuckers, go back into the relationship or go back to talk about it, even though it's already been talked. How much can you talk about something? How much can you talk about something before you get sick of it? And I know you guys are the most forgiving lovers, but how much can you talk about the same thing? Oh, he's always going to keep you in a polyamorous relationship. He's always going to be open. It don't matter what you do. Okay, you could close down his shop, right? You could spend 23 hours with him. He would find the hour to go out there and sleep with another woman. Sleep with anything, really. I believe that. He'd sleep with anything that was. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Okay? Love, dog. That's the way it is. And that's something you're going to have to face. And facing it means separation, right? Real separate. It's not keeping in contact. And, hello? Answer we're friends? No, you guys are not friends, okay? What you wanted with him is not possible. So remember that. And you're always going to feel those feelings until you release it. So, okay, what you wanted can never be. And that's why you save it for somebody else who actually fucking deserves that shit. Because this is disrespect. This is blatant disrespect. Okay? And this is like you're on the border of loving and hating somebody because they can't respect you at all. They just don't respect you. They don't value you the way you need to be valued. They don't pay attention to you the way that you need to be paid attention to. Those are all things that like are required within you for you and for the person that you're loving on too. You love to make people feel validated and feel good. You know, you love that. Don't keep plugging back into this shit. It's you know, it's over. It was long term. It was a long condition. Someone conditioned you into believing that they could change and do that. But how much conditioner do you need before you say, fuck you? I'm using the shampoo and cleaning out my hair. I don't know why I got that analogy, but that's the analogy I got. Was use some shampoo. They just talk about money for you too, by the way. They talk about finances coming up for you because you're doing a little garage sale, whatever. You are gonna sell a lot of that shit in your garage. You will. Careful of people trying to like enter in. They said something about like people stealing or something. Like there's shady individuals. Be careful about that. Okay, stealing something. Like it doesn't really have to be a piece of property. It could also be like, you know, financially stealing something off your card or stealing some, you know, pay attention to your whatever's going on financially. But I do see some money coming in. Excuse me. Okay. I've been feeling, yeah, be careful. There's some slide. You let someone borrow your card once and they borrow it 4 times more than what you actually. Don't you be paying for this nigga living. I don't care if he wants a glass of water. Don't you even be doing that. Don't feed him anything. Don't give him anything. All right. Get out of jail for free card. That's what I heard. Don't. Okay. What else did I see? I donated a shitload of my stuff I clean up. Y'all, you guys are on top of that shit. I still haven't put the shit out in the fucking yard with the free sign yet. I just want to get rid of a bunch of furniture have had sitting around, dusted up, clean it up a little bit, throw it out there, have somebody take it, because that shit's just taking up space. Sweeney Todd. Sweeney, I believe you said something about being in a relationship. Of course, Frankie. Every time you come around, it's a pleasure. Sweetie. Oh, wow. I feel like this is like how many rounds? Okay, Sweeney. Oh, God. Trying to make amends with the situation or trying to forget why you were upset. That's kind of what I feel. We're trying to forget why you were mad. Or maybe you did forget why you were mad. Because somebody did come back, possibly with an apology, or like maybe there was just like a misunderstanding, whatever it was, you know. I think you kind of hoped for the best in this situation, anyways. I think you believe that this person is different. Okay, I'm gonna actually agree with you, but I feel like they're different not in the way that you're hoping. Okay, there's something more extreme about this person's personality now. I feel like they were a lot more bold than what you remember or what you felt. I feel like they're just a lot more bold. A lot more honest about their wants and needs, but it's not necessarily a good thing. Okay? Like what they want and need might not be what you're expecting. Okay? They might want more distance from you. Sweeney. They might want more space from you. They might try to put a wedge between you and them. They said, buckle up, right? You know, you when you got into this little connection, You did sign up for a little bit more than what you was expecting, okay? Because I don't think you had a real conversation about what was needed here, like what between y'all. You understand me? Like, you guys should be the glue that holds this situation together, and yet why is there conversation possibly about like a third party, or bringing possibly somebody into your connect? Like, this is supposed to be your connection, not his and hers and, you know, it's and they's, none of all of that. So you're wanting this, you're really wanting this to get better. I understand that. I really do. I understand that, right? Because your heart, it really yearns for this person. You really, really want this. But when it boils down to it, instead of like just completely forgetting what this person has already done, I want you to keep that shit marked down and notice the interactions that you have with this individual. I want you to really, really look at this with real eyes. Okay, don't you forget what this person has done. I want you to remind yourself. Maybe not every day. Okay, maybe not every other day. Once a week. keep a really vigilant, because I think you're gonna see repetitions in this person's behavior, but in a more toxic way, because they want more, right? But why don't they want you? And I want you to think about that statement. They want more, but why don't they want you? And it's nothing. This has nothing to do with your worth, because they say you good in the bed. Okay, they say you good in the bedroom. They say you're very sweet and kind, like Sweeney. You're very sweet and kind. Okay, you're very giving. So it's nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with this up here on this other person. It is some kind of screw loose up there. Got nothing to do with you. So I want you to keep that in mind. I know it's not hard not to blame yourself, but who else is there to blame except for the person sitting in front of you doing the bullshit? They're making it obvious that they don't respect y'all's commitment together. So pay attention to when the next time this person spites you, because it's going to be right in your fucking face. They're going to start asking for more and more and more and more. But when will you say no and put your foot down? Either you listen to me, okay, about our connection, or it's I hit the road, Jack. I hit the road. No respect. Remember that. No, when this person shows you that they have no respect for you, then there's no future, is there? I'm going to say, if you want to stick it and thick it out with a person who just can't commit to you, naturally I would say no. But some people try to make it work and think that they can fix things. But that's not you. That's not your fault. That's not your fault. That's not something you can screw up. You know, you can't bandage this person up and tell them to be better. You just can't do that. Okay. That's a therapist's job. That's not your job. Okay. Because this person's self-worth is low, it doesn't mean your self-worth should be or has to be low to be in love with this person. Okay, like, they shouldn't be giving you the willy beat down on this hoe. It should just be a connection, but it's not. So just know there's more than meets the eye. I'm not, nobody's expecting you to just end a relationship, because you have a heart, right? Nobody's expecting you to just walk out the door and do this. Just view this person's actions and really think to yourself, is this the type of relationship you're going to be able to sit with? Possibly, sometimes people deal with these people on and off for years and years and years and years, for 17 years, 20 years. Imagine that much time of your life wasted on a scumbag like that. If you've already done that, right? More power to you. But I'm just reminding you that your life is worth something, and you have many, 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 many more years to find somebody who does fuck with you and love you and want to experience life with you in the way that you're looking for. Just letting you know, okay? Like, you're also one of those people who is like, you could even, at the end of the day, I know you don't want to be single, but even at the end of the day, being old and shit, you're 70 or 80. Even if you were single then, you still have everybody fucking chirping and warping around you type shit, wrapped around your fucking itty bitty finger, trying to come in and be like, yo, what's going on? So what's going on? Always. You always have options. You are never out of options. You're not an ugly person. You're very attractive. You know what you're doing in the bedroom. You're very sweet. You can be very honest with people. Sometimes I think that the honesty can sometimes hurt people's feelings. You also aren't lazy and you make some money. Just know when you're being used, right? Know when you're being used. Hi, electronic world. Hi, Miss Libra. You say this is making me emotional right now. It's the moon, my cycle about to start. I'm crying now. Well, I'm kind of glad it's making people emotional. I'm glad it's making people, because I really do want you to feel and be thinking about these things. Very important that you consider your self-worth before committing to somebody for a lifetime, right? Marriage, even. And if you got to get that divorce, that's what you got to do. But know your worth, okay? Preferably before you get into a relationship with such a pig, right? Because sometimes they show the signs way down the line because they're so used to living single, right? That they don't really need to tell anybody anything. They can move in the shadows. But then when you try to get intimate with them or start trying to connect with them on that like intimate level, that's when the truth starts pouring out, regardless of what anybody wants. That's the way it is. So I want you to know that, you know, regardless of what you feel, the truth will always come. Yeah, see, they even talk about in the song, unmotivated, hating ass hoes. That's what those people is. They're there to deter you and make you feel like you're nothing. But that's just not true. I am happy, but regardless, right? I'm not just asking you to watch, okay? You got one eye open, right? When shit flies off the hook, don't fly off your handle. Don't lose your mind because you're completely in control. You have, now you have the awareness, and you can be present in your life, in your own life, versus constantly being present for everybody else. It's a trip, yeah. It's a trip. Hey, JG. JG, how you doing? Hey, sugar. What it do, boo? We having the full moon emotion set. We having some full moon emotions. I don't know. We got a couple of more nights with that shiny ass bitch in the sky. Let me change the song. Y'all getting too hype up here. This song. It's an Aries song. I'ma drown a nigga in the river of our souls. I'ma drown a nigga in the river of our souls and dearly depart from you unmotivated AOs. She's so bright. Yes. Yes. I want a private, bro. Everything should be in my community section, and I will repost after this. Because I keep forgetting that community, I be sometimes posting way too much. I forgot to post the full moon pictures. I'll do that today, too. But it should be in my community section. I think I just posted it a few days ago. You just email me. My email is culturex@gmail.com. And we'll set it up. Usually it takes me about 4 or 5 hours. If something does run into the way, give me up to like at least 14 hours to get your full reading. Because I go with full readings, if you're looking for a full reading at all, I go all out. I think my longest reading recently was a full love reading, and that shit was insane. It was a trip. It was a fucking trip. The person was like, "What the fuck?" They were like, "What the fuck?" I love people's reactions just because I get people's character very on point. Like that's the first thing I go. I try to like pin people in. I think that's why I like tarot so much. I like shocking people because people are shocked when you're accurate. I love that. I'll get it so in on your character that people are like shaking and chill. Like, I've noticed almost every woman go through this kind of situation. It's almost like an initiation into finding a new part of yourself. Hey, welcome to the next chapter to womanhood. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been through that same situation as a man too. I've been through the same situation, learning my self-worth. It was very difficult, but I did learn it. I was, just being a lot more bold as I am. I just questioned a lot of shit more often, and I took, you know, pretty wild approach to it, but he'll leave you inside out. Yeah, leave you feeling real fucking exposed, cold and shit. You'll be feeling cold by the end of it. Cold, excited, maybe want to piss your pants a little bit. People get so anxious too. I'm like, you're making me anxious. Shut up. Usually, so I've been getting a lot of messages on Twitter with the full readings, and people usually just have me send it to the inbox, but I do suggest the email route because it's easier to read. Because in Twitter, if you're reading that shit on your phone, and you better pop a laptop, even if you do that, it's so hard to fucking read. Fucking text bubbles and shit. But email, best place. I will have my website eventually. I haven't touched that shit in weeks, I'm gonna be honest with you. But I'm gonna get back to it. Because there's many things that I want to sell other than just readings. And I think that's why I just take my time on it. Y'all think these readings can be intimate? I'm saying. I don't know. I just enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I don't expose everything on here just because I want people to have some source of privacy. It's YouTube, right? It's YouTube. And so when everyone's reading your when I'm airing out your business and everybody's reading and hearing it and wants to make comments on it, which I don't mind most of them, but when people start trying to dictate your reading, that can really tick people off and make people feel really, really vulnerable, emotional, and not want to come back. And that's not what I'm trying to do. So, I try my best to deter that type of shit, but it ends up walking through occasionally. I don't think most people mean harm, but they do harm people by making assumptions or whatever. They do. But that's vulnerability, right? When you're vulnerable on a private or a open source like YouTube, then you gotta kind of expect that people are gonna be like wild over your shit. At least your shit's relevant. That's the only one I really take into consideration. What you mean? JG, what have you been up to? You still doing well? Or are you you slipping off? Got a little caffeine. This shit, whew, it's a fucking booster. It's Tropical Chaos Body Armor with it says hydration and caffeine. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's more hydrating than Gatorade, but I'm just in it for the caffeine. I had to stop with coffee because I don't want these turning gold, I'm not one for grills. I met you in your ratings. So I'm trying, but damn, it's like a roller coaster with outside energies. Yeah, I felt you on that one. Um, but what you got to look forward to also is after the whole Aquarius thing, Aquarius full moon, it's going to get a lot easier. This is the time that where it's going to be really, really hard to communicate your emotions and the fact that you're trying to take space, because everyone's going to be wanting to latch on to something. If it's not a person, then it's a book or it's an obsession, and it's a this, it's a that. It's either as a coping mechanism or something negative. Very, very hard for people to cope. Truth of the betrayal was the closure, and the truth just sets you free. Yep, you're right. Oh, they doing a little Spanish song. I'll leave it. I was gonna change it. Just excited to see what the future holds with this new moon energy and what's ahead. This is taking apart ego. Aquarius is about individuality, but it's hard to find pure individuality. As in people who are not just in it for themselves, but they're in it to make the world a better place as they're going, pave the way for people that come after them. That's what Aquarius moon is about. Okay. Really try releasing with this moon. It will do you good. Like, it doesn't matter the way that you did it. It will do you good. It will do you good. Sorry if I dictated someone's reading. My apology. You didn't. You didn't. I would have called you out if you did. What you were saying was correct. The dictation piece is really when people start trying to say like, oh yeah, you know, I remember when I was going through the same thing with da 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 and da da da, and they start making it about themselves. No, you was just saying something quite general and quite true. So I don't think that's dictation. You're good. With this move, I tried to release it too. I was outside for like an hour and 25 minutes roughly, just smoking, looking at the moon, listening to music, writing some music. That's my release, is writing. So writing a new song, it's good. But people aren't gonna see my music probably until December anyways. He said, do me good. You need to lay down. You and your monkey hating ass. Probably doesn't sound right, but you and your monkey hating ass. Lay down. I sat outside for a bit. Damn, mosquitoes bit me. Moon was beautiful. It was very beautiful. I have a bunch of photos I should have fucking posted before I got out here. So okay, I don't know if this is weird for anyone else, right? And this might be just me being crazy. I used to get bit, like, I want to say 2 years ago. No, even before then. Before COVID, I would get bit all the time, 24/7. Tell me why I haven't been bit since. I'll stay out for long. Like, I'm always outside at night, 24/7, just smoking something, whatever. Maybe they just don't like, they don't like Marlboro shorts. Maybe they don't like but I don't think that's the truth, because I used to get like bumps on bumps on bumps of mosquitoes. I do live at a little higher altitude, but usually that makes these fucking mosquitoes like this big. I haven't been bit since. I get bit by like spiders and ants. That's about it. So, I don't know. It's weird shit. I feel like it's like a COVID thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking... They're attracted to lactic acid in the sweat. And I don't really sweat that much. But, Jesus. I used to get bit so bad. So bad. Oh, maybe my pheromones changed. Damn, they say, ew, you nasty, nigga. They say, ew, you disgust me. Also that was when I was like drinking a lot and when ants bite. Yeah, it's a different type. Yeah, a little red fucking nasty motherfucker, and it turns into like a little, not even a pimple. It's just weird shit. I have a knack for stepping on ants since I was a kid on accident. He said, "What's that? You want to lay me down?" Well, I won't comment on anything. I did 10 years living a lie and just bread crumble hurt me more than anything ever will. But nothing can hurt me now because it didn't kill me. Now that I'm much stronger. That's facts. You built a you didn't build a tolerance, which is what most people do in your situation. They build a tolerance for bullshit. You build over it. And then you keep building. And you keep building. And you keep building. You don't build the walls. You build stairs for the people that do belong in your life. Stepping out there. I'm sorry. I remember I always put my cat outside and I realized I was standing on an anthill till I was covered and my dad had to throw me in the tub. Ant bites are horrible. They're so bad. Because they don't, it's like a stinging pain, like a fire ants up. When I'm out in the garden planting or taking vegetables or whatever, they're all over me. Instantly. It's like I'll go out there. They don't even eat at this point, they have plenty of food. Because when I walk out there, just like bite the shit out of me. And they don't let go. Sometimes they don't let go. You know when you like whack, you like scrape them off or whatever? Yeah. Horrible fire ants. We were rolling down a hill. I felt so bad. Yeah, it's a horrible experience. Last time I stepped on one was in June. Look, hey, stay out of the anthills. Watch where you're walking. They trying to take vengeance on you and shit. You're like, you killed our brother. They said, yo, they just talked about bites in the reading. They talk about bites. I'm looking up, why do mosquitoes not like me? They think I'm creepy. They think I'm creepy. Why do mosquitoes not like me? They said, why don't you pull up on us? I feel like it's probably the altitude I live at. Also, I think they did like an experiment not that long ago where they're trying to thin mosquitoes out. Like, not kill off mosquitoes. Yeah, I mean, not kill them off, but trying to like sterilize them so that they do end up actually thinning out a little bit. Spiders love Marlboro. You know, yo, you know what's this? Okay. I might sound fucking insane for saying this, but I was sitting out doing work on my laptop yesterday in the afternoon, and a huge jumping spider like that big jumped onto me. I didn't flinch or anything. I was actually, because I'm a arachnophobe a little bit, right? But when I was looking at the spider, I was like, that's pretty cute. It was looking up at me with its eye, like I could see its eyes looking up at, like looking at my eyes into my. It didn't jump on my face. It didn't do anything weird shit like that. But it looked up at me like, and then it kept like crawling. Like I put my hand out, crawl across my hand, stop, look at me. I'd be like, oh, that's so damn cute. So then I was like, oh. There's times where it would like jump from head to head, have a little thing out its ass or whatever, like. ready to go. But no, it was so cute. I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen a cute spider before. And also, I haven't been killing daddy long legs as much as I do. As I have, okay? There's two of them in my house. Like, I know there's two of them in here somewhere. They come out hunting when I'm asleep. And then I had a dream last night about a spider going, which probably wasn't even a dream. If I mean, I had a dream. I had a dream about a spider going into my mouth, and I ended up spitting it out and swallowing one of its legs in my dream. So I hope that wasn't. I killed one of them. I must have. Damn, it was them getting near these chompers. I got some big teeth in the back. Them getting near these mother, they're dead. It's insta. It's insta kill. I felt it like when I had woken up after that dream too, and I felt something going down my throat. So who knows? Who knows? I don't know. You say, let's see what y'all say. You say, they say if you put a bowl of sugar water, they will get that instead of biting you. I believe that, yeah. But I know spiders like Marlboro because I'll be sitting out there smoking, and every bug in the century starts coming up on me. Window into the soul and shit. That fucking spider, man. It was seeing my eyes. It looked so sweet too. It looked like it had like real emotions. I didn't even say anything. I just looked at it. I was like, that's cute. You're cute, but don't text me because the moment that you try to bite or anything like that, you can smack the fuck up. In defense or not in defense, I know the motherfuckers understand me and hear me too. I know spiders hear me. I get those little tingles where I know a spider's in the room, and so I will feel the tingles like of something looking at me, and I'll turn around just like I would with a human, just like I would with a fucking human. You're like, so you can't tell me spiders don't have like more emotions. They also said spiders dream, y'all. Spiders have dreams. So don't you fuck around with a spider. They know, and they hear you, and they feel you, and they know your intentions too. Because when you get nervous, they start getting nervous. They know. They just found out, like scientists are just finding out that spiders dream. You said, hold on. You said something about the recluse. We have a mixture between the black widow and the brown recluse that frequents this area. Oh, listen, you want me to do the fucking Tyler's Tarot type shit? What your pet thinks of you? Should I do what everyone's pets think of them type shit? I'll do a little collective on that. It'll be funny. I'll do it. This ain't Tyler's Tarot. I'll do it though. I'll do it. I'll humor you. You can't even feel the next day you find a bump and you're fucked. I've only been bitten by one time on my leg. Terrified of daddy long legs. There was always at my grave. Oh no, the clusters. And I know they're bad. I know they're bad in Mexico. I know it's like huge. Cause here they're like, I mean, like this. But they're probably like taking up the whole wall and shit. That's fucking terrifying. The movie I am writing is actually about the Black Widow spirit. Actually, interesting tale. I don't know much about Black Widows actually, but I know they have like a lot of spiritual energy behind them. When they start flying you, you're like, what the fuck did you have to come near me? Right, trying to bum a Lisa said trying to bum a smoke off of you. I swear that is what I think too. Like in my head, I'm playing out a whole scene between me and smoking the cigarette and everything like that, and the bugs coming towards me. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? Like, do you want? And usually, what I'll do is like blow the smoke at them, see if they go away. Them motherfuckers are stiff as hell. Them motherfuckers are stiff as a fucking board and shit. Them motherfuckers love that. They say, woof. Getting that nicotine up in his hole. Even though I think that's a little toxic towards it. But you said the fruit bag. They statistically say there's a spider within 3 feet of wherever you're at, no matter what. I believe that because you've seen the ones that are like tiny, tiny, tiny. I believe that. Like the babies are so small. You would not be able to see that shit. Not until it's too late. Cute spiders on the cute. You know, be going here and trying to kill and get away from me. I've actually been doing a little bit of like therapy. I love watching like like people feed tarantulas and stuff like that. I used to have a reptile. He passed away. I used to have a reptile and everything like that, and I also used to. A lot of my friends had snakes and everything like that, so I got used to that. And so I tried to like do a little therapy, be like, maybe I can get used to these guys, and like maybe I'll get one or something like that. That'd be an interesting exotic pet to have because you don't really have to handle them. They're aware of you. They're cool to watch, I guess. My ADHD ass will be, I'll be watching them eat and I'll get bored. Like, y'all motherfuckers are boring. I think that's what I'm trying to learn so that I can, like, eventually hold something a little bit more scary. I want to face the fear. Even though this is the funniest part. I'm not afraid of tarantulas and anything like bigger spiders. To me, that's not, unless it's like a bird eating bitch, I'm good. But bigger spiders, I'm not really that scared of. It's the cellar spiders, the one with the super skinny legs, like daddy long legs. I just can't fucking stand them. They're so disgusting looking, and them motherfuckers can take down things 100 times their size. You know that? Like they can small birds. A daddy long legs toxin and small bird. No, I'm kidding. I don't even think it's small birds. I don't even think it's small birds. It's like big bugs that can kill. I might actually be right on that. I don't know. But they eat like 100, 1,000 times their size or some shit. He said, at my grandma's is tropical, and one time I was washing the dishes outside, a tarantula the size of my hand crawled up the wall. Big and hairy. Big and hairy. One time my friend left town for 2 months. I'm playing with you. For 2 months, and he asked me to clean it. Before he got home, there was a colonies after colony. Hell no. That's when I say no, right? So you can be like 2 spiders in it, 3 spiders, maybe even 5, right? But when I start picking them out my hair and shit, okay, pick it like there's a hand. When they take the hand, that's so triggering to me. That's like I get like when people react to trypophobia, when the big bundle of daddy long legs just fall on people. I can't do that. That shit makes me like I will jump from a building before I ever see that in my life. Before I ever go through that. You understand me? I was breathing in dead spider, babe. Sweetie. At that point, I'm bringing in I'm getting a fire hose on this hoe. Yeah, I'm drowning them bitches out. Or I'll get real fire, and burn them bitches up. No. Hell no. That is no. You said I ain't trying to floss. Don't even talk about it. I already had the dream, babe. Had the dream where the leg went down my throat, and I spat it out in my sleep. So I can only imagine. I probably did swallow a daddy long legs. That's what I think happened. I was ragged here. Someone could not pay me to do that. Any amount of money. I'm not one of those people who can scream because my throat damage. I would just you just see the terror on I'd probably cry, honestly. The only things that can make me cry really is animals. And if I fear something enough, which heights have never made me feel that way, but spiders and shit, oh my god. Hell the fuck no. I remember the time I actually did eat a spider. It was on a piece of garlic toast. And for some reason, I felt something on my tongue, right? I felt something like a pain on my tongue. The spider had bit me in my tongue, and my tongue had swollen. At that moment. Why syndrome? Just had a dream about a blue whale. I was in the ocean and it was jumping out. I think I was, yeah, because those shits are so big. Whales are fucking huge. I think about that too. It's like imagine if something 1,000 times your size and shit, or 100. I don't know, jumping like that and just right in front of you. People that go whale watching, that shit, I would shit my pants. I don't think I would. Right? My heart would be beating. I'd probably suffer a panic attack. Amy, stop going out for late night drives. You need to be careful now. No more late night drives. Car accident. Hopefully that's just how you feel emotionally. And that's something we can work with. Okay, let's see about animals. I looked it up and it had these mixed messages. Maybe it's a huge release or a huge relief. It's like you're scared, but going ahead, it's like you got to deal with it. You got to face your fears. Maybe it's like that, right? Maybe it's a healing thing. All right. And also when I look up my dreams, a lot of the time I just try to intuitively pick something that kind of matches with something that I'm dealing with in reality. Because I hate going through all the... How can you have 21 meanings for one thing? Okay, just make it simple. Ugly bug upside down on the floor. My stomach just growled. Yeah, use your own discernment. Alright, let's see. Stop talking about bugs. Let's look at the animals. Alright, so animals are also feeling... They're saying that our pets are also feeling the full moon. They really feeling it. They really feeling it. I can see here like they're having a lot of trouble with like going to bed. Very, very restless. The person are very, very like Cujo trying to get some putang across the street and shit. Cujo ain't even about like you or anything like that. He don't want to help you, okay? He don't care about you right now. Cujo cares about the woman across the street type shit. The kitties, the cats, they free roam, okay? This full moon right now has everybody free roaming, going crazy, going stupid, drooling and fucking foaming from the mouth. They ain't on your level right now. They don't give a fuck about you. They love you, but in the end of all things, they said boring. They called you boring. They said when you don't talk to them, they feel bored. Like when you don't baby them and talk to them, they feel bored as fuck. Like you're not giving enough leeway and leverage. You're not talking to them enough. They're like, tell me you love me a lot more than you tell me you love me. Like, you tell me you love me once a day. I need to hear it like 100 times. They probably noticed the inflation with cheap pet food. Let's see. What do they notice about their owners? Oh my God. You know what I just picked up? Fat bitch. Some of your pets have noticed you gained a little weight. Like you're not as active as you used to be. They notice you gained a little weight. They said toxic. They notice you get because they miss the fact that you one day you was walking them, right? You was going out with them and whatever, and now what are they supposed to do? You sitting here all depressed, all banged up in the bedroom. They're missing on you. That's what particularly my cat thinks of me. Let's see. Particularly messy. My cat thinks I'm messy. Probably messy in the physical manner because I have not been cleaning my blanket like I should be. And she that's where she goes to. That's her little hideout. Right? I have not been cleaning my blanket. I need to clean my blanket. Intuition. It said intuition. What the fuck? Old hoes. When I'm doing fucking readings. She said, bitch, what you mean? She said, bitch, what you mean, cowboy? You not even talk to me, nigga, not them. Talk to me, nigga, not them. What else she saying? What else she saying? Oh, I think she's seeing spirits and shit too. Bitch. Yeah, she's seeing spirits and shit. Yeah, she's lit. She's seeing some spirit. She's been sleeping in the living room. She won't sleep with me for some reason for these past few nights. She's been sleeping in the living room, which is, that's was my granny space, right? She's all over that spot. Angel. Yep. She's seeing spirits, man. She's seeing spirits. Let's see what else she's thinking. I think my cat's a little racist. I think my cat's just a little tad racist. Because it keeps talking about... Oh, yeah. Okay. Y'all, some of you guys might not know about Stubby, right? She's a sweetie pie to any human... Like, not any human being, but she's a sweetie pie nonetheless. She just gets a little skittish sometimes. She's like, I don't know you, so bitch, don't touch me. She's like that. Okay? She'll come up to you. She's the initiator. When she goes outside, we have a lot of feral cats, called feral, whatever. Like, they get super close to you. You can't really pet them, whatever. Neighborhood cats. This bitch will just go out there to beat the shit out of them. She legit will just go out to start beating everybody out there. And then, like, the kittens will walk up to her. She'll hiss at them, but whatever. She won't beat on them. But with the adult cats, she will wait for them to, just wait. She'll be calm, just sitting there, chilling. Like, I don't care. Do what you... As soon as these motherfuckers get close, this bitch said, pop, pop, pop. Right upside their head. They said she's racist. Cat racist type shit. She's feeling the angels and shit. She's feeling the spirits and shit. I mean, she's got to, right? I think that's what makes her uncomfortable when I'm doing readings. She's never in here when I'm doing this shit. She always outside or in there, cause it makes her. But this bitch, she go wild on some niggas. She go wild. Oh, she looks up to me and shit. It's so cute. She gets butthurt when. Oh, she loves me. That's so sweet. Okay, what else? She thinks I'm funny. How does she think I'm funny? Alright, how does she think I'm funny? How does she think I'm funny? Because I have no chill. I have no off button. That's why she thinks I'm funny. I'm always energetic. She said, I'm always energetic. It says fatal attraction. Chill. What else she saying? Nothing. I don't see anything. Let's see. She has an ex out there, I guess. She got someone out there she was seeing for a little bit. Marital affairs, yeah. So she has somebody out there. Oh, maybe she feels that way with me. My bad. She might feel that way with me. I do say that, actually. Like, Stubby is the woman of my life and shit. The apple to my eye and shit. She's a Taurus. She called me a crybaby. What you mean? I don't always complain. Just most of the time. Yeah, baby. She called me a crybaby. Bitch. Me and Stubby gonna have a talk later. Crazy bitch. She gets lit when I get lit. So it just said, oh, she got my back and shit. She's my ride or die. She gets lit when I get lit. So when I'm mad at somebody, she also gets mad at that same person. I've seen that happen before. When I brought bitches up into the house, whether it's like just a little bit of attitude, whatever, she hates them. From that point on, like once she sees the action go down, this bitch she won't sleep in the bedroom. In fact, she will wait on the floor for the bitch to get up and leave. Just so that she can come up on the bed and lay down. She don't like it. She's like, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. She's so toxic. Oh my God. I'm done with Stubby. Stubby, you're too... She is human, bro. Y'all don't even... Her personality, in the way she watches things, she even recognizes her own reflection, everything like that. Creepy ass cat, bro. Creepy ass fucking cat. She'll look in the reflection and be like checking herself out and shit. Be like, like, bitch, you got some issues. You gained a little weight, love. I gotta take you off that kibble, that cheap kibble. Crips, cat, gangsta. Shut your mouth, please. No good for your sake. She ain't even. Bitch don't even want to be around me. Bitch don't even want to be around me in those moments. It's like she can smell it in the air and shit. She said, "Fuck you. You nasty as fuck." She's like, "What the fuck are you clowning around for?" Nah. I ain't putting hoes up in here like that anyways. Neptune donated for one question. What's your one question? What is your picture? What do you got going on there? Still trying to say. I'm confused at what I see. Let me turn my music back on. Uh-oh, is my music not working? Yup. Woke up with a friend last night. What was the lesson? What was the lesson? A lesson on how to grow up? A lesson on how to learn to put up boundaries and walls. Because I feel, okay, so with this person, I think you just ended up feeling defeated anyways. You have a habit of wanting to solve and fix everything. Many people do, but you're one of those people that just doesn't give up type shit. I think in this situation, you were supposed to release control issues, meaning you can't control how somebody is going to be. They just are, and you have to deal with it. I feel like a lot of her issue isn't even you. It's her own issues. It's her own battles with what she deals with. But you can't always have compassion and sacrifice yourself for that kind of person. Okay, that's just impossible. If you're trying to create a new version of yourself, like you're trying to be brand new and shit, you're gonna have to cut out everything that's old. Okay, the old, meaning the old characters who keep you in your old character, and that might be harder for you to, do, because you need like some kind of incentive, like you need a reason to cut somebody out. Where some people can just do like, oh yeah, fuck you, bitch. Like you're not shit anyways. You're more like, I need a reason. And so I feel like this person gave you a reason. I feel like you asked for a reason, if anything. Like, who needs to be removed, or who do I need to get out of my zone so I could become the new person that I'm wanting to be. And she gave you that reason, didn't she? You kind of asked for it, but at the same time, it's like, it's not your fault. You got to learn to, so again, the lesson is, release control issues. You're not in control, okay, in this situation. You can't be. You can't control someone's life. You can't tell them to live better for themselves. Well, you can't tell them, but that doesn't mean they're ever going to do it. You have to have the energy to say no, and you have to put your foot down. That's boundaries. That is your karma. Yep, karma. When someone's doing too much, learn to put your foot down. Control issues. Stop trying to control everybody. Sorry, that fucking sun blinding me in my right eye. Now it's all quiet. I don't like that. Okay, Google. Turn on Spotify. Got it. Course Neptune. I like that song. Brown eyes and backward. I feel like we got a lot accomplished today so far. Lots of readings. $14 people up in here. There ain't 14 people talking. Shay, do you want a general? Do you want something general? Or are you hiding? Hiding from the masses? Fucking. Hello? Make sure this chat ain't going over here. No, it's not. What y'all doing? Y'all got so silent. What are we taking the moment of silence for? I've tried making moon water for the first time. I've never made it before. I've heard it does wonders or some shit. No, I haven't actually. I've never even heard of it. Until I think someone brought it up on here. Let me know how it works. Take care, Frankie. Thanks for coming in. So I'm just here jumping on this bitch. Alright. You don't want the general? Okay. She said, no, I'm too scared. She said, I don't want to hear about myself. Give me something hype. You know when caffeine stops working? I'm just bored. I'm here just painting. Paint me something. Nah, I love your paintings. Should spill the tea on what? This ain't no fucking what, sewing circle? Sewing circle. Spill the tea on what? Let's see if my music we could. Oh, I like this one. How about I'll do a little collective. We'll do some collective. See what happens. People might not like what I had to say, but we're gonna do it anyways. Cause fuck you, fuck the horse you running on. You just gonna sit and watch. It's not that type of show. Entertainment purposes. Alright. Oh fuck. Just dropped 20 cards. Well, maybe you got lucky. I know what's real and what ain't. Okay. Actually, we'll do Shay, and then I'll hop into some collective readings. Shay first. Because I'm curious. Let's see. You know what's real and what ain't. So let's see. Yeah, well, sometimes it goes. Okay, so I mean, obviously you know that a nigga just be hiding shit from you. Obviously you know that. Yeah, And obviously, you know that I think you still are a little bit confused on what the person wanted from you, but I think you got everything you kind of needed. It's just kind of like settling it in your head, in your mind, I guess. Yeah, because I see here, like you're not even entertaining this shit. To be honest with you, you're not even up for it. I even hear you like kind of talking shit in your head, if that makes sense. Like you just talking shit, you're like, you piece of fucking, or like under your breath type shit, you piece of fucking shit. Yeah, fucking can't stand you. Can't stand you. I see like a temper tantrum here too. Like you kind of having like a little fit, a little episode. But it's good you got angry on your own behalf. Okay, you got angry for yourself, which is good. Okay, that shows self worth. You're more angry about the fact that you didn't believe. So I think you knew this, right? I think you knew all this shit was gonna go down, but you didn't believe yourself right out the gate. You didn't believe yourself right out the gate. When you was feeling something, when you was saying something, I just think this is a part of the whole entire lesson too. It's like believe your gut, believe your instinct. When your instinct tell you a nigga's just run through, a nigga's just run through. That's just fact. Okay, like you. Now I think you get. I really do think you get it. Okay, he needs to get out of my house. Well, you know what you got to do then. Make sure that nigga gets the fuck out of your house. Don't believe the fucking I love yous, I love this, I love. No, what a nigga really love is himself. He love himself. He don't love you, right? If he loved you, he would have had that shit correct in the beginning. One side, yeah. See, it says one sided. You loved him. That's what happened. Whatever comes out of his mouth, and it ain't got nothing to do with you. You definitely know these things. Yeah. And I see you being like, shut the, just, I just want to, I want to get over this as soon as possible. I just want to, I can tell, let me just tell you the outcome of the situation. Basically, what he's going to try to do is still stalk, okay, still watch you or try to keep in contact, whatever he tried to do. But it's just to keep you from moving on because he felt special when he was under your roof. He felt special when he had your attention, right? He felt special. He felt loved. But that goes both ways. It should have been both ways. It should have been given to you, but it wasn't. So when he does come back crawling on his hands and knees, or if he just starts stalking and projecting his energy into you, whatever, making you emotionally confused, there's no, like, the one that's confused is actually him. So all he needed to do was be honest. No bueno. You're too patient, and you're far too kind. Especially when he plays the victim card. You're far. I can say some people take a lot more. It can take a lot more than others. I'm the type of person who can't take none of that shit. I just rip a bitch's face off. I don't give a fuck. But it is what it is. You dealt with it more or less like an adult. So, I mean, at this point, pat yourself on the back. That's strength. That's strong. You're strong for that shit. They also suggest to go into like something a little bit more, like do something a little bit more creative with your time, other than booting this dirty ass out and worrying about what he do. Let's do something a little bit more creative. They suggest writing for you. They suggest writing or drawing or something on paper, like something that where you can touch paper, because you like to do spending therapy, which I think a lot of people do now, anyways. But they say like buy something that is creative so that you can work on it like a little project or something, a little crossword puzzle or some shit. Do something, right? Ugh. Well, at least she knew, and she got that shit. All right, now collective. Okay. Now collective. My last one. Promise y'all, my cardio is actually very, very good. I have very good stamina. Cigarettes don't really chip at anything. The black tar doesn't really chip at anything. The black tar? No, the tar. Alright, we do juice world. Okay, so everyone's feeling hurt right now, and this is the time for breakups, by the way. I just want to let y'all know Aquarius season is one of the Aquarius full moon is one of the most popular seasons. I don't keep saying season. This is one of the most popular seasons for breakup. It is Leo season. Aquarius full moon. Everything coming out of his mouth, I did not. Right. It's a victim. Like, I didn't do this on purpose. You know, it wasn't me. How could I have done this? How could I have done... I don't know what you're talking about. Nigga, he's acting brand new to the wrong motherfucking bitch, right? He's acting brand motherfucking new. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. But this is the best and the worst time for a lot of people. For me, it's the best. I love exercising singlehood. She J, read the description. Thank you. No questions, just generals. Generals don't include anything. I love how Shay knew I was going to talk about it. She said, I already know what she's going to talk about. You don't got to talk about it if you don't want to. It'll be a waste of time because I already know. I love that. I like that energy. Okay, so I heard Miss New Booty. Should I play that song, huh? Miss New Booty. Hold on. If y'all don't know that song, I'm gonna play it for you real quick. Miss New Booty. Miss New Booty. It's it's Bubba Sparks. Alright. It's Bubba Sparks. Rocking everywhere. Booty, rocking everywhere. Where's the lyrics? Down to Mr. Booty. Get it together and bring it back to me. Put its hand on it. Okay, so we just had to get a little silly. I used to know all the lyrics. Funny ass song. Holy shit. When I first heard this song, I was dying. Now I know what a nigga talk about though. I'm like, so temperament is something that we deal with during this time because we can't hold ourselves back. Obviously, your big fat mouth, you know, Leo season is about stating the obvious basically. And at times people get like delusioned. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by delusions? It's like they start thinking that first of all, they start thinking of back, right? About the revenge plots and wanting to be angry at someone from the past and everything is their fault. It's a lot of ego, okay? You got, you know, forgiveness is not just about like you sitting there and saying I'm sorry, or you sitting there and being like fuck you, go get a life type shit to somebody that you dislike or just can't stand anymore. It's not about that, okay? It's about being able to say, I don't care what you do with your life. You can go and fucking sit on it and spin. Or I live my fucking luxurious ass life with a new bitch, a new nigga who gonna treat me right. Okay? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as saying, I don't give a fuck what you do anymore. Okay? You can be stalking me. I mean, if the nigga's physically stalking you, you better call the cops on me. But it's just saying, I don't care what you do anymore. It's as simple as that, right? It's releasing control, because that person only has a control over your life because they have a control over your mind. Mind control. Leo rules that. Okay. Debatably. But you don't need these types of people, right? You don't need these niggas. There ain't nothing like being independent, but being really independent. Like for real. Like having nothing and nobody. Because that's also what the Aquarius full moon is about. It's about only feeling yourself, only thinking about yourself. That's why a lot of people feel lonely. They start, you know, like, I wish I had a relationship. Or you start missing the past. Like, oh my God, why do I keep reminiscing? It's because you're not independent. You're not independent. You're still thinking about the past. Of course you're not. Of course you're not. Of course you're not. Let me open up the chat. I don't know. I don't need you, but you don't need me. Yeah, that's exactly what she said. Okay. The reason, the reason why I like Miss New Booty for just the vibe even, cause he be talking about get your shit together, like, and he's talking about it ass during this whole entire song, but really it's like get your shit together and bring yourself back to yourself. What does that mean? Bring yourself back to not the original form, but an improved version of the original form. Because you will always be you, but you want to be improved. Okay? You don't want to make the same goddamn mistakes again. You don't want to deal with the same nigga again, right? You don't want to go back to him. You want to come back to you. Okay? At the end of the day, you are all you got. Okay? You know, family, everything like that. Yeah, that's support, but that's not you. That's not you. Like, you know, intimacy and everything like that. Communication matters. Having friends and whatever. Like, whether you have friends or not, bitch. Let me break it down for you. The biggest relationship that you will struggle with for the rest of your life is going to be you. Okay? Friends don't stick around. Nor do relationships a lot of the time. It's an ups and downs and roller coasters. All relationships have them, even if it's for the long term. Marriage included. So marriage does not make people fucking, you know, fancy fairies and, you know, quirky giraffe. You know, it doesn't make you into like some fantasy. You got me? It's never going to be that fantastical fucking princess wedding that you always wanted, or that fucking hitch in Vegas and then y'all are happily ever after with 5 kids. No. Who said that? Who said that, right? Realistically, in real life, that can't happen. So when you view it that way, and that's just not negativity, that's just the truth. Okay? I plead the fifth. That's just the truth. Okay, there is no replacement for you. So at the end of the day, when you unplug yourself and you sit there wallowing in self-pity and wishing you had done something differently and wishing this person had done something, you can't control the fucking past, love. You can't control, you can't turn the timer back and go back there and do the right thing. You just can't. Okay, but that doesn't mean you have to lose hope about shit. You have the rest of your life to correct your own mistakes and to move past other people's mistakes. Okay? There is no replacement for YOU. You. Okay? Of course, y'all made my cigarette go out too. To make things less difficult, this is why Aquarius full moon comes around and ends so many different things at the same time. That's why it's a slap in the fucking face when this type of full moon comes around, because it's a lot of realism. And when somebody's so delusional and so like in their own zone with the fucking rainbow glasses on type shit, or the pink glasses, rose colored glasses, what I meant to say, when that shit's on, when you're just seeing, you know, you got like them thick ass reading glasses that are like this big and they can't even see your eyes type shit. This is a wake up call. You got me? And yeah, that shit's hard. Yeah, emotionally, it might destroy you. But you have to see yourself in the mirror for once. Look how pathetic you be acting over somebody who can't even treat you right, who has no right to treat you the way they're treating you, and yet you allow them to walk over you. Remember, Leo is all, think about Leos real quick, all about ego. How should I present myself to the world? What type of person should I be? Who am I to myself? Can I really trust myself? Was that from, bro? It's a collective reading. The reason why somebody deleted your comment or I don't know if we booted you out or please read the description, okay? No questions. It's general unless you pay for a question. It says free general. It does not say free question. Thank you, Lord, for giving me the patience today, because other days I'm not at all a patient person. I don't know who I'm channeling through right now, but some bitch gave me the way. If there's a will, there's a way. All right. Okay, so a lot of you guys are going to be making a friend of yourself. It's like having an imaginary friend, right? No, okay, so when a child has an imaginary friend, it could be a spirit, it could be a ghost. Who fucking knows at this point? But it could also be who they wish they were. You realize we go around people that kind of make up for our faults, if that makes sense? What we view our faults as, you know, it's not always right. Right. So if I'm like a quiet person, I'm going to go around people who are loud, proud, party, you know, out here shaking their ass and doing this and doing that, whatever. I'm going to go around those types of people so they can accentuate my flaw, my setback. But is that really how you should work on yourself? Surrounding yourself in fake ass people? Fake ass? Really? This new booty, get your gut, bring it back to me. We'll continue the song. So funny. You have to, you know, and like this is the thing too. Forgiving people for not being perfect. It's not about sucking their dick. It's about saying, "I get it. You had it rough, buddy, but you had it rough. You had it rough." But you don't have to make my life miserable just because you had shit rough. You understand that? Just because I spited you or slighted you in my actions, it does not mean you get to treat me like I'm a piece of fucking shit. That's just not how it works, okay? You don't hit me low just because you felt attacked by what I was talking about or saying. Okay? In the end, you know the truth about you and your own actions. That's all I'm saying. Okay? I'm too introverted. You know, I felt that because I'm a mixture of both. There's days where I will never ever talk to anybody. I just won't even respond. And there's days I'm out. And I'm wanting to deal with some like fucked up people. You know. They're talking about manifesting your own growth and greatness. Because it's important. Okay, so, like, do you want yourself to do better? I don't think a lot of people think about that. It's kind of just like, okay, I'm going to live and I'm going to push through and make it today. Do you want yourself to do and be better? I'm going to use this as just a quick example because it's the first thing that I'm thinking of. When you work a dead-end job, right? You're working like fucking 24 hours and shit every single day. And you're not making shit. Do you want a better job? Do you want something better for yourself? Or do you want to keep living that life of a lie type shit where management doesn't give a fuck about you? Nobody in that workplace gives a fuck about the type of job that you do, right? Because you do a damn good job. And you know you do a goddamn good job. And you know you're making up for everyone's mistakes and everyone's bullshit. So do you want to go to a place where people respect you? Or do you want to keep being treated like you are nothing but a piece of trash? Okay. Do you want to move up in the world? Truly. If you want that for yourself, you will act now. You will make, even if it takes months, even if it takes years, you will act now. If you really, really wanted that. Okay. So building up the courage to say, I want it, and I want it now. That's what it is. And also knowing the difference between wants and needs, because you don't need a partner in your life. Okay? You don't need a fancy fucking schmancy ass job, right? But what you need is stability. Okay? And if someone isn't along for your stability, then they are not along for your train ride, babe. They are not gonna keep chugging your train and be able to keep up with you, babe. They're holding on to the fucking coattails, babe. They can't keep up with you. You aren't on their level. Okay? Like low down fucking, chewing gum that's been walked through 10 times, got hair in it, dog shit in it. That's them. You're the clean chewing gum. Clean out the pack. Clean out the pack. It's fresh. Got a fresh ass mouth. Smelling like 5 up in here. Smelling all good and shit. Yeah, when you smell that breath, it said, yeah, like that. Realistic, babe. Realistic. There's nothing better than a little refresher. You know when someone splashes a little cold water on you type shit? You ever seen those videos? I know you've seen those videos, right? Where a nigga just be laying in bed and his friend comes in with the cold ice water and splashes him in the face. That's a wake-up call. And that is what some of y'all are going through. Well, that's what most of y'all are going through. Mostly real. Some of y'all a little bit, some of y'all are dealing with it right the fuck now. Some of y'all gonna deal with it before this, right before this. And others of you, it's gonna be a couple weeks down the line, but you're gonna see it and it's gonna be there. Okay, before Leo season ends, that's just gonna hit you. And that's just rough, okay? Like you think I'm just saying, you think some parts of your life was hard. This is a challenge. This is an open challenge, and the spirit is expecting you to challenge it. Just to have the courage to challenge people that you might not have fought against before. This can even go back to parents, right? And family. You might not want to challenge. You don't want to challenge the norm. You want to fit in, and you want to be loved and intimate and have this connection. But if they can't really accept who you are at the core, if they get intimidated by your newness, maybe they don't belong. At least not right now. Not right this minute, okay? They got to do a little fucking soul searching themselves. If they want you, then they got to do the work too. That's just the way it is. And you can't be waiting on nobody. You got a whole entire life to live, okay? You got a block to take charge of type shit, your little gang and shit. Like, you don't gotta hear this. Okay, let's stop hearing the fucking bullshit, the nonsense, the word vomit. They said, buckle up, buttercup. Let's see what else y'all dealing with. Let's see what financially y'all deal, because I love the financial piece. That's my favorite piece. Let's see what finances are bringing you. Finances are also bringing challenge, okay? Because I think that some of you guys are really resisting. You're resisting. Okay, so you're resisting order. Okay, your work life is disastrous. It's not normal, right? It's not normal to feel pain at your age. It's not normal to be this mentally exhausted and stressed out after a day's work. Some of y'all working for your own children, right? Some of y'all working for your own stability so you can have your own home, whatever. But this shit ain't right for you. What you're doing cannot suffice. It does not suffice. It's not there. You can't lean back on this. When you look back, you have no savings, right? You can't lean back on this shit. It's impossible because it's not real. It's not a real job, okay? This is something that you're supposed to work on the in-between when you have nothing else left to do, okay? When you have no time left to live type shit. Right? It's just support whatever your fucking vices are for now. But when you're moving up the zone, you're going to want a little bit more pay. Okay? And when, Timothy, right, your boss, Timothy, there's not even a fucking name no more type shit. When Jezebel, not even a real name. When Barbara's a real, oh yeah, Barbara, the boss, Barbara. When Barbara doesn't give you the raise that you've been waiting for, After a couple of years here, right? It's been a couple of damn years, bitch. Give me my raise. Maybe it's time to call it quits. Time to say, yeah, well, I found a better job. Or, I'm going to go find a better job. I'll deal with the unemployment thing, right? I'm going to find a better job in these next couple of months. And that's going to suffice. You don't suffice for me. Barbara Walters is a Jezebel. Yeah, I'm talking in code and shit. They said, don't forget why you're even like here in the first place. You're not here to do slave. Like, you're not here to be a slave. Okay? Like, fuck Barbara. Barbara's a slave driver. Barbara don't give a fuck about you and what you got going on at home. You could tell this bitch anything, right? You can tell her anything about your life, and she will just roll her goddamn eyes. Because at home, it's not that she's dealing with the same thing. She's just a miserable, fat, ugly ass whore. That's what Barbara is. Okay? Barbara don't care. Because she all about herself. Barbara's all about Barbara and her dogs. That's just it. So, or horses. I think it's horses, right? Because Barbara sounds like a horse lady. Crazy horse lady. Listen. Work life is not just about, okay, let me work my life away and use it as a fucking distraction. It's not about that. It can't be about that. It's like, okay, so nobody's supposed to have any fucking happiness? Is that just how it is? No, that's how capitalism works. That's how America works. But we have found, the younger generation at least, has found ways around that bullshit. Entrepreneurship, making your own business, having the will to invest in yourself. Stop investing in going out to drink every night. Okay? What the fuck has that, what the fuck has drinking ever brought you? Not happiness and not peace. Because when you go out there with everybody being loud and be like, slobbing all over you, grabbing your dick through your pants, grabbing your titty, that doesn't, that all that does is like, oh, yeah, I feel good in the moment, right? I feel like, and then I wake up the next morning, I feel like a fucking piece of shit and wanted to end my life. That's a temporary solution to a long-term problem that needs to be solved right the fuck now. Right now, as we're speaking. Okay? And yeah, it will take a couple of months or years to hash out. But it is the way it is. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke niggas. Okay. So it's a disease. Like what I'm talking about is this is something that has like mapped the minds of everybody. It's a disease. Oh, it's a disease. It's like to work so hard that you don't even have a life to come back to. That is a disease. Okay, why would humans have all these fucking emotions and all these like I'm bringing, why would they have all of this if it was just to put into work? That just doesn't fucking make sense. So why can't you enjoy doing what you do for work? Like, why is that not a thing that people think about? Right? I understand like the old generation who had nothing to do but work, but now we have all this technology. We have all these ways to be an entrepreneur, to travel the world and go see things and do this and do that and still have money in your pocket because you have to get with the fucking program. Get with the program. Get with the program. Like, bitch, get your shit together. I could say it's not that hard, right? But it is. Because this is a whole entire generation of thinking that just ain't right. And sometimes it needs to be knock the wind out of you before you realize that, some people losing jobs, they're losing their bitch, they're losing their nigga, they're losing weight or gaining. A lot of things are changing. Self-image really does matter now. We can talk all day about, we shouldn't be showing these little girls and little boys about who they should be, who they could be. So do we just not show them how to have any self-worth at all? Right? Whose parents, let's be honest here. Whose parents are teaching them self-worth? Because I know my motherfucking parents didn't. I learned it all by my goddamn self. Okay? Through trials and tribulation that life had brought me, I did not learn a goddamn thing about my goddamn self from nobody. Okay, hopefully that can change in the future, right? Where people are more forthcoming with the truth versus lies. Okay, and like shit you make up in your head and delusions and self-hatred. Hopefully that does change, but it's not changing anytime soon. People got to see the truth in order to fix it, in order to correct what fucking trash trail, shit trail people left for us. So that's the way it is. Okay, we signed up for this shit. I don't know when or how, but we did. We came here, y'all. Conquer it. Oh man, they want to talk about, because this is all Aquarius shit, by the way, y'all. This is all humanitarian shit. They trying to get me to talk about children and babies, and I'm like, Jesus, Aquarius, simmer down, love, simmer down. Aquarius, Mercury, yo, it's all about it. Enjoy what you do for work. Enjoy living. That's what it's about. Enjoy living. Enjoy fucking living. Oh God. Anything else? Anything else that's like hot and sure. Let's talk about like future shit. What's gonna happen to y'all? What's gonna happen to my collective? The truth. You're gonna grow up. Okay, that's good. Oh, okay, that's good. Y'all gonna grow up, or you're gonna murder somebody. Is what they said. You're either gonna grow up or you're gonna murder somebody. Okay, that's not gonna be yourself. You're gonna feel like murdering somebody, but you're gonna grow up through this battle. Because then you go to it's about self-control, right? Kind of all turn. So let me explain this. It kind of all turns back, right? So you end up wanting to destroy somebody, right? You end up going on. You're like your little revenge trope internally. But it all comes back to you, because you have to have some sort of self-restraint to obtain a nice public image, to obtain the future that you want, to obtain just a straight away. Because if you murder somebody, you going to prison. And they don't treat you that nice there. It doesn't matter who the fuck you is. You just getting thrown the fuck back in there. You're just getting thrown the fuck back in there. Yup. Ain't nobody give a fuck about you at that moment. Okay? So, I mean, you have the self-restraint to hold yourself back from decking someone in the fucking mouth or killing somebody. I say we're pretty good here with self-restraint. And I say you do care a lot about yourself and your self-image. And I think you do care about your future and your future, your children and your children's future and all that. You care. Okay? That's the start of becoming in control of your life. That is the start. That is the start. God-given talent. I think we have many talents. I think we all, have the capability of having very similar, if anything, the same talents. It's just what people accentuate. We can talk about genetics and DNA all day, but DNA changes every day. Scientifically proven, it changes every single day, just a little bit. But it changes. So you could be good at goddamn anything, right? You just got to put the fucking work in, right? Okay, maybe slapstick comedy wasn't your thing because you're too goddamn in your head and afraid of criticism. Maybe, yeah, got me like you on stage and you out there like trying to fight people. Maybe slapstick comedy wasn't your thing. Maybe you was too drunk on stage and you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. But those are all temperaments and problems that you can fix so you can have that job. You got me? Those are all things that you can correct about. It's a lifestyle change. It's not like you are, fucking going down the beaten path as the fucking cave dwelling animal that, your God-given talent is to live off, nature's bugs and shit. Like, go live in a fucking cave whore and get the fuck off the streets. Nobody wants to see you. That's not it. No. Nails, I love you. I knew you was going to come in tonight. But that's not it, okay? It's not it. Your God-given talent, right? We are all human. That is our God-given talent. So you accentuate those things instead of beating yourself up. That is your talent. Okay, that is your gift. Your gift is to do better for yourself and your children and their future children and their future children, and keep improving and refining throughout your whole entire life. Because up until you die, you will still have shit to conquer and fix and move on from. You'll be able to have fun through those times and make good memories and love, love everybody and whatever, hate everybody. It's a roller coaster, and that's why we're around for the ride. It's fun. It can be. It can be. It can be. Yes. My new work hours have me missing you often. I try to get on in the morning just a little bit and give people what they need. I don't even know how long I've been on here at this moment. But we talking some real shit because Aquarius full moon brings that humanitarian shit out in people. Right, and obviously not everyone's fortunate, y'all. Not everyone has arms, legs, and a mouth. But you know that people without the arms and the legs and the mouth actually do quite damn well for themselves. If you've ever met a person with a disability, do you understand that they seek out happiness 24/7, right? Because they couldn't be happy with their goddamn body. And so they might as well be happy with their goddamn mind. If they have the capability of even doing that, right? They try more than we do. People with full functional everything, they try 10 times harder than we do. So put that into perspective. I feel like I'm teaching a class over here about philosophy. Life is constant change. Exactly. We're meant to do that. And coming from Nels, who's a Scorpio, Scorpio is the definition of death, metamorphosis, change. Change. 24/7. That's what the earth is about, babe. Change. I know family who can't use their legs with 5 kids doing damn well. That's what I'm saying. Like, they might not be the happiest of motherfuckers out here. Like, they might be miserable, right? But they try to be happy. That's the key. Key to life is trying to be. Not trying to be everyone else but yourself. It's trying to be happy in your own skin, in your own battle and body and mind, and it's all a mind battle. Like, if you just look at it, it's like when you battling with a partner, okay, or someone you love or once loved, or someone you're thrown out your house, whatever. Do you what you should be able to see is a mirror, okay? You should be able to see the mirror that this person puts you in front of, right? Because if they're hyper aware of their own faults and their own self, right? If they beat themselves up every goddamn day, you know damn well they're beating you up too, right? Because you're with them. Highly insecure creatures. And so they will pull everything out of you, even if it isn't a fault, and they will break it, snap it in two, until there's nothing left. Okay? So that's when you say, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. And the horse you fucking rode in on, whore. Right? That's your disease to deal with. That's not my disease. So don't you force your disease onto me, right? I have my own demons, my own fight. You take your motherfucking demons and you shove them up your goddamn ass. A fucking vampire ass bitch. Nosy ass clown. Trying to pull everything out. Try to pull out all the stops and shit. Like, shut the fuck up. Think you can get out easy fucking bullying people, put people down and whatever. Like, nasty ass motherfuckers. Yeah, they're just, all those people are opportunists because you fell for their disease, right? Because you love them, even though they have that disease going on up there, they take full advantage of it, right? Because you allow them to do that, right? Should we feel bad for them? No. No. Like, you can look at it and be like, I hope you do well in life. But should you feel bad for them? No. When people kind of look back in their past relationships, they're like, oh my God, I kind of feel bad for doing this and this and this and that. Why? It's done. Okay? That shit got splattered alongside the road type shit. And you're not going back to scrape it up. So, stop collecting trash. Stop collecting trash. They said booty bounce bopper. We listen to all the 90s music. Stop with booty bounce bopper. I gotta switch back to my normal flavors. We went to Miss New Booty. Changed up the whole game. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna do this one. I like this one. Sugar, sugar, baby dash. He said, I'm loving that shirt. I wish I was that shirt. I appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of comments. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's satin, but it's not as uncomfortable as I imagine it to be. It's a little thin. Just a little thin. And also my shoulder, look, my shoulders don't fit. But it's what it is. I'll enjoy it. I was gonna say, at least I have a shirt on my back. Oh my god, stop. The Aquarius shit is so annoying. We do. Who said, hold on. Who said, someone was like, what did I say? Who timed me out? What did she say? Lonely bitch syndrome. Are you lonely? Have you been working your ass off, love? Because I know you got that little plate right. What you doing? Nels, what have you been up to? I miss you. Doing a lot of working, not a lot of talking. It's this singleton energy type. Just hit me a lick. I got a fast stat and a super fly chick on. What did she do? Oh, maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be around low vibrational people who drink all the time. I think she was a little bit behind, but other than that, Amy, who you blocking? She probably like fell asleep on the keyboard or something. I was doing amazing with my 5 kids until people. My fake. I shouldn't say a lot of that on YouTube, but Jesus Christ, you better feel a fucking rodeo. I'm glad that your eyes are open, though. The most important part is that you're ready. I have been working a lot and unintentionally focusing on my kid, baby. Because you're natural. You're a natural mother. You're a natural mother. Okay? You're trying to be the best that you can be. That maternal energy. Gotta love it. Because, I mean, this is a new version of you. Let's be honest here. Like, the fact that you're not focusing on anybody else but yourself and your children, that shows growth in itself. You ain't got no demons in the background. Nobody to worry, where you got to worry about. Watch your step and shit. Like, you don't got none of that in the background. It's like undistracted, undivided attention towards things that actually matter. JG, you asked for a channel. Let's see. JG. Oh, she's sober. She's sober. Okay, so no trust, no nothing, right? Everyone's out the box. They off. They off. They running. Okay, everyone's gone. Everyone's gone, JG. Everyone's gone. Everyone's gone. Okay, and people are trying to make it so you have to pay attention to them, or you have to pay attention to what they say. Damn, because they want attention. Okay. Now, going forward, I want you to just view it as that. I want you to view as I want you to view this behavior as attention seeking behavior. That's it. That's it. That's it. And other than that, I would say you have no, at this point in time, like you are fighting for yourself and fighting for your own energy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I could say what's coming next, but I feel like you're brushing it off your shoulders. As far as like what people are bringing into your life, you're doing really well, surprisingly well, surprisingly well. No, I have faith in you. It just took you a little bit because you got to kick yourself in the ass. It's all that cancer up in there, right? You want to care, but at the same time, you're like, oh, fuck, but I have to live my life, but I want to care for everyone, and I want everyone to care. You're fighting me. And so this is like probably one of the heaviest periods you will deal with in the beginning. But once you learn to just deflect, just bam, 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 it gets easier. It gets so much easier, okay? Like, I feel your heart pumping right now. It gets so much easier, though, love. And I think that, let's see, outcome. Let me see the outcome. Ooh. Outcome. I feel like obsession with bettering yourself is going to be big here, physically mostly. I see a lot of physical focus. Lots of physical focus. Lots of like getting yourself back to how you remember yourself, like attraction level. You want to be attracted to yourself like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I see you bumping more into extroverted energy, possibly towards your father or the masculine in your life. I see something to do with like the masculine in your life, possibly something coming up, you know, or maybe a conversation that has to happen or something like that. But it seems like you're very calm. You are very calm through this. I can't speak for others, but you are very calm about this. Okay. And something about the father figure for you strongly here. I want to say like I think people are going to be super shocked at your response too. Super shocked, like incredibly shocked. Like they're going to be taken away, like blasted off and shit. Because I think people try to make it into a fight, and then you're like, just like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm working on me. I have my own. You know, this is my own ball game. That's what it is. So it is what it is. Like y'all can either y'all gonna pitch me the ball, or you know I'm walking off the plate. I really like this energy from you, though. It's very, very strong. And I think that it's not going to be long here until I feel like you're going to make a lot of headway with finances. That's what I see coming up for you. Is a lot of trust in yourself and possibly even investing in some form of yourself. Now, that could be like investing more in or finding qualities about your physicality. Or that could even be more or less along the lines of a business. But whatever it is, it saves you a lot of money and it saves you a lot of time. And then you also have extra money on hand for anything you want to do outside of that. Okay? So maybe you get into, you know, this world. Maybe you get into this world a little bit. I also see headway on moving coming up by I'm gonna say, let me try to see if I see a season, but I see some sort of like possibly you moving out, possibly, and it's a risk. I know that, but it's worth it. It's a risk. Okay, so let me look up this time real quick because it's a particular time of year. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to say December, right? December to January. There is going to be tons of opportunities for you to move. Okay, tons. I think you're gonna take the jump. I do. Okay, so I want you to. You're kind of I think you're just building yourself up for a moment, if that makes sense. Okay, so you're building yourself up for like one big climax, and then it's just like, damn, smooth sailing. I think you're really gonna like it. Okay, yes, there's gonna be a lot of hard shit that you gotta like headbutt and kind of fucking, you know, tussle and roll with. But I'm optimistic because I like where this is going. I do. You're really restless for the future, but yeah, and I see your kid coming with you too. So I don't want you to worry about. I see your kid also being interested in this. Yeah, because you worry about your child, like possibly, what if she doesn't want to do this? What if, I always worry about the way, which is the right way to do things when you're dealing with a child. But I see it. Okay. So I also see you speaking on a couple of, you know, evil things that might have, kind of bothered you more recently when it comes to your family. A couple evil things or just like petty things that they do. And I see you confronting them in a very, very adult way. So I see. I mean, we can't really guarantee change there, but at least you got it out in the open. Versus yelling, screaming, headbutting, whatever. You got it out somewhere. So I saw it. Yeah, it looks like they are talking about your angels hearing you. I thought that said dildo. I was ready to fucking boot Elizabeth out. Alright, I wanted to scroll up and see what you said. No, actually, I was feeling that last night. I was feeling that. I was feeling very like melancholy, I guess is the word. I was feeling the melancholy shit. It's like missing on, I'm like, oh my God, I miss you so much in the physical. But at the same time, I was like, shut up. You had that person for so long. So long. They deserve the release. Ditto and dildo. They playing all the old shit. I'm on the wrong to a woman so heartless. Kanye West when he wasn't. He was probably always crazy. My bad. Talking to me, yeah, that is a move for right now. All right, I'm gonna get off because I have to piss so bad, and I've been holding. You know how I am. I hold it until the end of time, until I'm ready to piss on y'all. So unless y'all want, piss in your mouth. We talk about like a lot of collective shit during this reading. So if you asking for a reading, let me just tell you something. It's likely what you're dealing with came up just now. If you just like roll back 20 minutes, I'm telling you, it's likely from that point I brought up your whole entire situation because everyone's dealing with very similar, like just tweak a couple of things. Everyone's dealing with very similar things. I gotta post the rest of the readings too that I did. But yeah, I gotta piss. Yeah, he's not crazy. He's just bipolar. I have the same problem, so I see it. That's not that he's crazy. He's just Gemini and bipolar. I have the same problem, like I said. I will be probably on tonight because we're still coming off of the full moon. So unless anything like unless something, so I said someone physically stands in my way, unless something really gets in the way, there's no reason why I wouldn't be on. Right now, I'm just cruising off of work, so yeah, I gotta take a break. All right, I'll see y'all later. I appreciate you. First of all, I'm gonna be petty real quick. Listen to me when I talk. All right, I'm out. Here. You know what I'm gonna do? Alright, y'all. You guys have a wonderful fucking day. JG, your moderator. Thank you, Culture, and thanks for the inspirational life advice. I didn't miss a thing. Thank you for sticking around for so long. I appreciate it. I do, actually. I genuinely do appreciate it. Because I like that people really do listen. That's the only thing I ask, is that people listen. You don't have to fucking take notes or anything. Just listen. And someday, the tweak will happen here. Because you're listening. Alright. Subconsciously, too. So even if you're not listening, haha. Alright. Goodbye.